Yeah. So like, how does it work? How does it work? It works like working, right? I need to get this off me. I need to let it be free. This. Oh my God. Sometimes the way I tie it was wrong. Because I need to be moving it. The finger. It's the finger. The finger that I tie to it. The finger that I tie to it, it is very tight and I need to get it loose because I need my camera to be moving, flexible, and it's not allowing me doing it. So I tied it, and untying it is very hard. Untying it is very hard. That's the issue. So I have to go slow with it. But then I have to be careful not to press a button, because any button you press when you are filming automatically affects the film, whether it's pause, whether it's what. So I have to just know it's just a matter of the brain. Yeah, I have to just know that it's a matter of the brain, and we are gonna face the truth. If that was the way that we need to face the truth, that's the way that we are gonna be facing the truth. Like facing it, because this is all about me. This is the truth. That's why I had to get that fingernail free, because it helps me covers. But then again I have to remember oh, it's like this, but I don't know. I'll find the right way to hold it. It's about just getting to hold it. So I'm walking again, walking. I don't know if you can see my walking. That's the way that I am. Just walking, going. I need to just be passing. At night, remember, this experience is about the night. Me walking in the night, because it's real. I'm just shooting with one stone. Shooting different opportunities with one stone. So, the opportunity that is here is that it's true I have to be walking, going where I stay, where I'm sleeping. But where I'm sleeping, I think it's now changed by the time that you see this video, because remember, in the other stream I was asking myself how I'm going to change the way I sleep. It wasn't just me in the stream sleeping. I was for sure asking where am I going to sleep. It wasn't me asking it, and I need it replied, because I asked in that stream where am I going to be sleeping, and it felt like me, I needed it to be executed. I need it to be executed because I want to change where I sleep. I feel like I really need to. And how are we going to do it? Yeah? To know it's this kind of way that we are going to do it. So I've been asking myself where do you think that these people are? Because I'm asking myself, where do you think they are? Been searching for some people, yeah? And ask yourself, where do you think they are? Where are they? All those that you've been asking about, where are they? Because look right now, this boat I'm holding, there's water inside. And when I shake, I can feel there's water inside. I can feel. So I've been asking where are they? Where? You see me walking? That's the truth. The truth. Because I was carrying the bottle even, and had to fail, and to be in, and to fit in the character, and to film, to shoot, to act, to do everything. Because it involves work. And who is going to do that work? Who is going to do that work? somebody had to face that work. And that camera has to be a cameraman. So cameraman had to just have to come and shoot the cameraman. So the cameraman is here trying to shoot and to get to connect to the world and to get to remember like, oh, this here is an opportunity for me to showcase that skill, that gold in me. This is an opportunity for everybody to see the gold in me. Like, it's gonna be amazing when everybody seeing the gold in me, because that gold, like this, what are you going to create with your mouth right now? Because we need your mouth to create something right now. This dark night, this time here, it feels like it's dark. Like the time of the day feels like it's dark. Of the night, like this is the night here. But the time zones, the time differences, like everything, what do you have to say about this? Because does it feel like that's the way it is, or like you know it, like, come on. But all that, put that all aside and you tell me what are you gonna create with that mouth of yours. Okay, you set your tongue free, like you were saying, like you set your tongue free and your tongue is free. So create with that tongue of yours. Open up your mouth and you say that I'm creating this time of mine. Like, okay, we begin by creating time. We begin by the light. We begin by what? I really ask myself, like, what are we going to begin with? But let it be intuition. Let you be guided by the intuition. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Like, that's it. I'm going to be using my mouth, my tongue, my soul, my spirit, my me down here, and talk with my mouth. Let my intuition guide me. So that's it. I think I need to drink some water. It's good to drink some water at night, because it's good to be drinking water. But I need to be respectful and drink from well. And drink well. I'm walking, but then at a slow pace. Oh my God, like there's something I've noticed. Everybody's going to notice with me, like you were there, like look at that light. I sing in a light in the video. I sing in a light. You see that light, like that moon, like it's a moon. I need to look at up there, and I also noticed, like with my eyes, oh my God, it's a moon. It's my moon. Like do you know how I love looking at the moon at night? Like you look at that moon at night, it's there, like, because I've been missing to see it. Like sometimes you look up there and it's not there, but it's like that light is coming up, that light. So we are talking like, oh, remember, like we had to say about, oh, like the light. To begin with the light, let's create that light. Let's create that light in our life. Let's really create it. That light in our life. We begin by creating light. Like man needs light in life. Man needs life. Man needs light. So how is man going to get the light? How is this man getting light in his life? How is this man getting light in his life? How is he getting light in his life? How is he like getting light? Like look at the moon, like that moonlight. Look at that moonlight. That moonlight. The man needs to get moonlight. The moon needs to get light. Like this man right here needs to get light in his life. That light. So what do you say about that light? Like what was it about? So you need to be careful of these roadsides that I'm using. The roadsides that I'm using, like I need to be careful because some of them have big loopholes. So even like in the road that is already worked their loopholes. So where am I going to be passing? So I have to be doing this because you said like you're gonna push it to when. You said like you are pushing it to when. You know it. That's procrastination. You are sending it to when. But why do you do it intentionally to procrastinate and you send it to another time? Like for example, the clothes, when you leave the clothes in the water, you can leave them from some and they be in the water. Or you can wash them right away. But when you leave them in the water for some time, when you come to wash, you are just, they are already, you're just washing like you don't even take a lot of time and energy. They're already, the dirt is already filled with water and it can't be on that I think that material anymore. Like it's already out. But you are just getting out. But you've procrastinated, you've spent some time. Okay, it's not procrastination, but you've been patient with washing that cloth. You've been patient with washing it, right? But then when you wash it right away, you feel whatever it takes, that energy and power to wash that cloth at that right time. But you take some energy. So me, I leave them in the bucket and they be there. Why do you say like you leave them in the bucket? That's how you handle your clothes? Somebody was asking me like how I handle my clothes. And I was like, in my head, can I tell you what was in my head? Oh my God, I pray that you don't put that judgment on me. Don't put that there, put that judgment on me. Like, at least let me have that freedom where I tell you don't put that judgment on me. Let me have that freedom for sure. In my head, I was like, clothes. And I was like, clothes. And my time. Clothes all my time. That's what I was asking myself, like clothes all my time. So I leave them because they are clothes. The clothes. So it means like I can get the clothes from anywhere. Tell me anywhere. I've never seen clothes. But yes, down in Africa, I have some history. Like down in Africa, for sure, I've been seeing it in Uganda. And this is truth, like I've seen it with my eyes. If my eyes, they are be lying to me, giving me what? But that's what my eyes have seen. My eyes have seen some people without shoes in their hand, in their what? Shoes. In their what? Their feet. Some people have not seen shoes in their feet. Some people have not seen it. The shoes. Some people have not, right? Have you seen? You fear to be seen. You fear to be seen, or you love to be seen. What is that? You love? We are gonna go with love, right? With love. That's what we do here. What do we do here? We love. That's what we are gonna do. You hear that? Yeah, the sound of the footprints of my legs. You hear that sound? That sound is a march of love. What are we gonna do? We are going to march for love. We are going to march for love. That's what we are going to do. We are gonna march for love. That's what we are going to do. That's what we are going to do. To march for love. We are gonna march for love. Let's keep quiet and hear the sound for the march of love. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Pum 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 pum. The sound? You hear that? The tap. Pum 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 pa, 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 pa. That's the sound. What were you thinking? What did you think? Tell me, what did you think? Because you said what you've been thinking about. What are you gonna do? Because I've been walking straight. I've been walking straight. Like straight. That's how I've been walking straight. Like walking straight, going there, just with walking, matching, and going there. I feel like I should be urinating, man. Did they allow urinating here? Is it okay? Like, but I mean this motorcycle, like men who drive motorcycles. For them, when they feel, I find them most of the times they just urinate. They stop anywhere and urinate. But when you're in the city, some of these places are what? They're scary. You don't find like, are you seeing me? Am I even visible? Like, oh my god, this dark night here, like, oh my god, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like, I need to be getting in the light. I need to get in the light. That's what I need to do, to get in the light. I get in the light. And then be attentive, like, you gonna be attentive. That's how, like, it was brave. Was it brave? Was it brave? Like, you can tell me, was it brave? Is it bravery? Is it what? Open up your lungs. Open up your lungs with tons of volume, and you tell me. You open up yours with sounds of volume, and you tell me. Because I've been wanting to know. I've been wanting to know about it. Like, oh my god. That's the use of this. That's the use of those. They are there to protect. But I film with the fingers. I film with the fingers, but again, I have to remember, like, but I need to urinate. I'm gonna find where to urinate, man. I need to find where to urinate. I need to find where to urinate. Because I feel like I can't hold this urine anymore. And I'm in the capital city. Nearby, everywhere there's security, man. But I'm going to find where to urinate. Where everybody can see me. Where nobody. I just want to urinate. I'm just urinating. I'm just urinating. I'm just urinating. But I have to hold my urine. I'll find a convenient place to urinate, right? You had to urinate there. You had to urinate from the other place. You had to urinate from the other place. No, but yes, I felt like I had to urinate, but I didn't do it, right? I was even at the point of urinating. Then I put back my urinating, my natural urinating tool. So I put back my tool of urinating. Then I'm just walking with that urine feeling like, why do I have to be like that? That's the way. I need to be natural. I feel like you have to start being natural. Come on. You say like you're a nutrist, right? You say you were a naturist, whatever. Be natural. I want to see you natural. Come on, be natural. Show me your naturality. Your naturality. Show me your naturality, like naturality. That's what I need you to show me right now. How natural, you're natural, how natural I am. That's what I need you to be showing me right now. Naturality, like the way that you come, the way that you believe you like is separating you from anyone that is there, that is separating you from that what you see with everybody else, and you come out and you say, this is me, this is me, no, this is me. Like you say, you come out and you say, this is me. Like you come out and you say, me. And when everybody looks at you and they say, that is you. That is yeah. That's when everybody will come outside. Say, come out right now and say it to me. I want to say it right now at this moment. I want to see it right now. At this moment. The naturality. So like we had to urinate and we didn't urinate. So we had to forget about urinating. So I used my mind to play. Then when I prayed, play, and I had to separate. I was saying play. When I played, I forgot about urinating. Because I felt like the places where I wanted to urinate were not like convenient. The other time, the other policeman officer, there's a place called City Square. Yeah, there's a place called City Square in Kampala. I was urinating there. Then I got done. It was night. I urinated from somewhere, and the policeman came and told me whatever he told me. And then one was like, most of the things he was referring to were taking me to the CPS, and he was telling me, I take you to the CPS right now. Then he said like, if you don't give me, he said like, talk as a man. That's what's the point. After that, a police officer asking me all the things that he was telling me, he finalized with telling me, talk as a man. That's what he finalized by telling me. Like, he told me all the things, taking me to CPS. He told me like, how can you be urinating there? This is Kampala, CPS there, State House is there. He was telling me the judiciary is there. You urinate there? That's where I urinated. And you found me urinating there. I was already done by urinating there. You police officer, man. You had a gun. And you carried a gun. But whatever you told me, man, then I came out and you told me to talk as a man. And by the way of talking as a man, I had to get 10,000 Ugandan shillings and gave it to you, police officer man. And then police officer man walked away like he never saw me. So like that's the way that I talked as a man. That's the way he wanted me to talk like as a man. I didn't use my mouth like the way that I'm talking here. The police officer man wanted me to talk like a man, and when I had to talk like a man, I got out 10,000 Ugandan shillings and gave it to him, and he told me, make 20,000 Ugandan shillings. I told him I have 10,000 Ugandan shillings, and he took the 10,000 Ugandan shillings and he went. He didn't even ever look back. He went straight. Like he went straight. After me talking as a man, like the way he presumed it. So how are you gonna be talking to me? Everybody, when you're talking to me, come and talk to me as a man. Because that a police officer man told me. Because he was having a gun and he told me, how do you talk as a man? If you want to be talking as a man, you get money, you get currency, you get whatever you want to call it, but that a police officer, man, got the 10,000 Uganda shillings. I feel like this is the point where I should fucking urinate. Is it allowed to show urinating? I had to urinate. I had to just urinate. Like the water, you see the water, what it does to me. That water. You think this is water that I drink? You think that's it? I had to just urinate, man. Like that water, that's the water that I took. Oh, I think that, but it's a great feeling. It reminded me of urinating. I got my urinating tool and urinated. You remember, like I was even urinating the other time that the police officer man told me that. So that's the more, like, we talk together, you talk to me as a man. Every time we talk together, you talk to me as a man. Police officer man told it to me because I did it. And I learned it. I learned it. How do you talk as a man? You get out money. You get out cash. You get out currency. Call it whatever name you want to play around with. Call it any name that you want to play around with, but we want to talk as a man. So that's how we know if you to talk as a man. If you to talk as a man. It was talking as a man is like the cash. So that's a true thing. It's very true, and the truth will set you free. And why are you not saying the truth? Because you say the truth, right? You say the truth. Let the truth go out and guide you. It's a choice. You can choose to depend on truth. You can choose to depend on the truth. You choose. Yeah, you choose to depend on the truth, right? Like today I decided to depend on the truth because I knew. How are you going to upload it? Hey, how are you going to upload it? Because it has to be through the truth. And the truth is work. And the truth is by doing it. That's how you talk as a man. You talk as a man by what? By doing it. A police officer is a metaphor of the police officer. The metaphor of the police officer had to pay the money there to talk as a man. To pay the money. It was a pay. I paid. So as a man, you have to pay. You are paying as a man. Not have, you are paying to talk as a man. I have to cross this road. I have to be crossing the road. Every time I'm crossing the road. Every time I'm crossing the road, I see people with good cars. And I wonder, how do these people get this kind of cars, man? That's their life. That's their normal life, the way those guys. I'm not comparing myself to them, no. I'm just wondering, how do they get? So it's beyond my mind too. But I can search around. I can try to search to find. If it's beyond my mind, but we are all tapping into the infinite intelligence. So we try to dive into that infinite intelligence. I see them on the cars, they have good cars, expensive cars. Like, the cars, man, are so amazing to even imagine of them. to even start to even viewing them. Like you see the price. But these guys, these people are having those cars. It's their normal life. Like you wonder how those guys. But then, it's a good thing to wonder. It's like you'll have to have the physical of it. It's a good thing to have the physical attraction of it. Because like Daniela said, God wants you happiness in your life. Right? Do you think God wants you to suffer? Yes, sometimes he does. No, he is the pronoun. He is a pronoun, he is a noun. So you can't define God by he or she. So how are you defining God? Infinite intelligence? So, but anyway, the way it means, you talk like you are smart. Yes, I am smart. That's what somebody was telling me. You talk like you are smart. And you wanted me to take it as bad or good. If somebody tells me like you talk like you are smart, is that a bad thing? That's a compliment, right? You have to believe in it. You believe that compliment? Yes. I believe that compliment. I don't know if you, the way that you said it, you have to be knowing that it's a compliment. You have to be knowing like that somebody told me like, and I loved it for myself. And I believe in myself. Myself, what do you mean by myself? You wanna bite yourself? Myself, what do you mean by myself? What do you mean by myself right now? Because what do you mean by myself? You mean it because like you say myself, you touch the blood. You touch your blood. How are you gonna touch your blood? How are you touching your blood? How are you touching your blood? We said we want to change where we sleep. Don't ever change the subject. The subject, that was the subject, me changing where I sleep. Don't think I'm playing any games with you, man. Don't think I'm playing any games with you. I will play the games too. But it's changing the tent. Like we need a tent and we are not here to, we are here to fight for ourselves. We are here to fight for ourselves. We need that tent. We need a tent. We need to change where we sleep, oh man. We need to change. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day in my life that to change where I sleep. The day where I change where I sleep. I've said it. I believe in it. It happened. It's happening. It is happening. It is happening. It has happened. It happened. We moved on. We did it. We achieved that. We achieved that. We're gonna look for the moon. We're gonna look for the moon and you say, so I love you. Take good care after yourself. I love you, take good care after yourself. So, but like we need to get some natural light, like the love of the moon. The moon, I love you. Let me first look at the moon. The moon, I love you. So I told the moon how I love it. I don't know if the moon here has ears. Oh, I'm very far from the moon. Maybe the moon can watch you this video. But the moon, I love you. So I need to tell how I love you. I don't have any issues with ya. I love you. Take good care after yourself. I love ya. I love ya. I love ya. Take good care after yourself. Take good care after yourself.